On 24th February 2022, the world came under threat following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a former Soviet Socialist republic and a neighbor. The war, which has claimed lives and destroyed infrastructures and properties, is coming on the heels of Ukraine's indication of interest to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO), which Russia sees as a threat to her security. Since the collapse of the Union of the Soviet Socialist Republic (USSR) in 1991, which signaled the end of the Cold War, an ideological war between the capitalist West Bloc led by the United States of America and the Socialist East Bloc championed by the former USSR, the 15 countries that made up the Union, including Ukraine, were granted official independence and recognized as sovereign states. Consequently, the capitalist bloc that emerged victorious from the war has been admitting these countries into NATO as defense partners to the detriment of Russia, a superpower and a permanent member of the UN Security Council. In response to these threats, in 2014, Russia annexed Crimea and is now justifying her invasion of Ukraine by citing the US invasion of Panama in 1989, Iraq in 2003, and Libya in 2007. As the war rages, both superpowers, USA and Russia, have accused each other of disregarding the United Nations principle of respecting the sovereignty of member nations. To arrest the development, the United Nations Security Council convened an emergency session of the General Assembly for member nations to discuss the war and pass a resolution. Unfortunately, 141 member nations voted against Russia's invasion of Ukraine, while 14 member nations supported it and 35 member nations abstained. As the war continues with heavy weapons being deployed by NATO and Russia at close range to each other, the fear of World War III is just by a click of the computer mouse. This backgrounder sets the pace for discussion on Lensonafrica with seasoned experts who will speak on the Russia-Ukraine war. Stay tuned.